This is a video account of our trip to France in the summer of 2009. We flew into Charles de Gaulle Airport, which is about 16 miles northeast of Paris. It's out in the countryside. It looks like you're landing in Iowa. But we had two big backpacks with us full of camping gear and two smaller day packs. That was what we really needed for a couple days in case the backpacks didn't get there. We had 500 euros with us and our Rick Steve travel books and lots of maps and information from studying up in advance. We know to go to the information center and get our Paris museum passes and get tickets for the Rossi bus that would take us from the airport to downtown Paris. Then it would drop us at the opera station, the opera house, which then we'd have to get on the metro and take one metro and transfer and get on another one to end up close to our hotel, which was very close to the Eiffel Tower and probably only a quarter-mile walk from the metro station. So we got there safe and sound and got organized and just packed up a small pack and headed off for the Cathedral of Notre Dame. The Cathedral of Notre Dame was started in 1163 and took about 200 years to build. It was the largest cathedral in Europe for quite a while after that. Now, it was free to walk through the cathedral and, of course, to look at the carvings on the outside of the front. But if you had your museum pass and you went around to the side, and we had to wait in line a while, you could take a spiral staircase up the left tower, go across the top where the gargoyles were, go up into the bell tower on the right, and then come down the spiral staircase. Turn around, Lindsay. Gargoyles and the Eiffel Tower all in one shot.
Yeah.
You get one zoom in on that other one to go along with when we ever actually get there. Michael Jackson had died just a couple days before we left. But it was still kind of unreal to look down from the gargoyles and see this.
I can go in that door.
Go for it.
Excuse me. Okay, good. Oui, qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Oh, mais froid. Je crois qu'il a la clé alors.
I was interested in the flying buttresses that you see down below there, those strange things that support the wall that they used in these Gothic cathedrals in order to be able to build these really tall walls with lots of stained glass and yet still have them stay up. We never did get to see that from ground level, but when I look back through these pictures, I see I probably could have done that from the south side. All the other sides, there was structure around.
This is a little harder glide down when it was coming up. You can't see quite as good.
This is a little map of central Paris we used to navigate around. The Cathedral of Notre Dame is in the lower right corner labeled there, and Saint Chapelle is close to it, another church we'll go to later with lots of stained glass. From Notre Dame, we crossed the river to the north and went west to the red building there, which is the Louvre, and that's the next stop on the tour. We came through one of those doorways there to get into this little plaza and ate some tuna salad for lunch. There were people playing flutes as we came in there. This is maybe 1/5 of the Louvre that you see here. This was, of course, a big palace. It was the king's palace for a long time. And we're going to have to go through that opening you see straight ahead there in order to get over where the famous glass pyramid is. Okay, to give you a sense of how big it is, that plaza, that big square plaza with a fountain in it that I just panned all the way around, is the square on the far right of this picture, and all of the rest of that is the Louvre too. But from the square on the far right, we went straight left, west, and in the center there you see the glass pyramid. I remember I thought the glass pyramid at the Louvre looked awfully small, but it's just because the palace was so big. Once you got inside, it didn't look so small. We wandered through the Louvre for hours, and as you can see here, the rooms themselves were as much a piece of art as all the art that was put inside the palace. It just went on forever and ever.
Make a circle around the edge.
Take a good look at the castle model behind Lynn, because that castle was standing there in the center of Paris before the Louvre Palace was built. And the next shot you'll see under the Louvre where they've dug up the foundations of the old castle.
That'd be a good one to show the kids, say, this beautiful young woman. You can come around and see if anybody.
I made that remark because this beautiful woman, as it turned out when you came around, turned out to be a boy. It's really hard to get a sense of just how big the Louvre is. I looked it up, and it's 60,600 square meters. That's like 652,292 square feet. Or, if you figure the average American house is about 2,000 square feet, that's like 326 houses you have to go through. But since all the ceilings are 2 or 3 times taller than our rooms, it's really more like going through several hundred gymnasiums full of museum things, and it just is immense. We only saw a small part of it in the hours that we spent wandering around. But you can see Egyptian art, you can see art from Assyria, you can see Greek art and Roman art and just art from all over the world. It was incredible. After our first half day in Paris, we went here to the Café du March for dinner, which was a place recommended in our tour book that was really good. The next day we went to Versailles,